Boom. We are live. This is making the weekly vlog. Who have we got on? Let's scan them up and down. Look at these keen people. There we are. Brilliant. You're on the live show and the vlog. So I got back for 4 o'clock. It's not bad. Home and then back out again. It's pretty good. So hello everybody. Welcome to this week's live show. I will be stepping away at 4:20 p.m. because I need to get the Royal Mail out the door. Mario is going to come and sit in the hot seat and I have to fill in for about 10 minutes whilst I sort all that out. Because Michael is not here today and wasn't here yesterday. Still, Marty is on. He says still sitting at equal miles for all wheels. Can put down the KS14, 800 miles. KSS18, 750 miles. M103, just shy of 800 miles. 800 miles on the M103. That's not bad, is it? And all those miles, and still have only seen one other rider when I wasn't even on my wheel. Is that everyone else's experience, or do you meet riders regularly? Are people constantly riding by you? You're barging shoulders because there's so many riders, or like me, I was doing the review, I think, either the V10, was it the V10 or the V8F? I cannot remember now. A wheel I was out on quite some time ago, probably a year and a half ago, and I was bombing around the back end of the Forest of Dean in terms of trails in the middle of nowhere, come whipping around a corner, 2 guys on electric unicycles. One of them was a customer, one of them wasn't. From Bristol, I think, they travelled down to go and do some of the trails with the other mountain bikers. So that's when I've actually met someone on the ride, and it was in the middle of nowhere. Like, flipping it, come around a corner, I was like, hello, what are you two guys doing? So, yeah, I've actually met them. But otherwise, as a normal thing, that was like completely extraordinary. Extraordinary. So, normally, don't see anybody at all. Finley, who lives local, I've seen him. All right, special, very expensive coaster, cut into a square. That's why it's expensive. It took Mario, thank you, Mario. Yeah. It took Mario a day to cut that into a square, didn't it, Mario? You wanted it
half a day.
You want half a day. You just wanted it perfect, didn't you? Just right. You wanted it just right. So yeah. Yeah, and if you do regularly see wheels, which country are you in? That would be interesting. And which city, town are you in? That's another thing as well. So if you answer, you never see them and where you're from and which town, then that will be very interesting to see. Because I imagine some towns and countries you see a few or lots. Kona Coffee Grower, I regularly see one wheels, never electric unicycles. Jack says InMotion V12 please. Well, we've got 2 coming in for demo. Production ones. One will be for us, one will be sale, I suspect. You are in Kona, Hawaii. Is Kona in Hawaii where Kona bicycles are? Or have they just assumed the name? Marty says one wheels once a week on average. Is that one wheel the one wheel brand, or is that electric unicycles? They've assumed the name. Okay, brilliant. Good afternoon, Sam, who says hello. So, that's what I'm interested in. So topic of today really is, do you see people riding whilst you're riding? Rich and Jack's journey. I've never seen more wheels since living on a boat on a towpath than I ever did living in a town. Seem really popular transport for boat owners. And as seller of the wheels, I can confirm that. We've sold quite a few to people that have a boat stroke yacht because they tuck under the seats and things like that. So they put them in a bag and put them under the seat. Instead of carrying a Brompton, which is typical, you know, fold out bike, a Brompton, or a big bicycle. They just have the electric unicycles. I've been seeing more EUCs over here in Portland, Oregon, USA, but still rare. I think it's a little bit like an electric car. So I own a Nissan Leaf, Gen 2 technically, Gen 1.5 is it? Nissan Leaf. And at the time, no one had an electric car for like ridiculous amount of miles. Like you could travel around Gloucestershire and not really see anybody. Well, you wouldn't see anybody. You could travel weeks and weeks and weeks, and then you might see an electric car. You're like, wow, electric car. And they're like, way, and they're waving at you. Whereas now they've become, it's like, meh, see them all the time. Which is a bit of a shame. It takes a shine off a little bit. If everyone was riding a wheel, there would be a different dynamic, wouldn't there? We think we're on something special at this point in time. We're in a unique class of people riding around on these wheels. Just lean forward effortlessly, bomb along, zip around, ultimate control. That will fade if they get really popular. So it's kind of good and kind of bad. There's a novelty about you being the only one in your city or town kind of thing, isn't there? So... this is Sam. He says, I have never seen anyone on either EUCs or one wheels, and he's central Scotland. Yeah, I suppose up there, up that direction, you're getting pretty... Depends where you are exactly, but if you're up in the Highlands, then I'll be amazed for anybody on one. I mean, we rode... Where did we ride in Scotland? We've ridden in Scotland on our 1,000 miler. Ivan, 5 wheels with about 8,000 miles between them. Never seen anyone else riding unless on a meetup. There's a concurrent theme here, isn't there? Sam's saying, I think he's saying people are interested in them though. Absolutely. So they're a massive talking point. The main thing we have, you might have seen in the weekly vlog actually that went up on Monday. You meet people, they think they're amazing, and they say, how much are they? And you say, well, the cheapest one's about 600 odd quid, up to 3.5 grand. Oh, my goodness, £600? I'm not sure why that is, because online you don't get that issue at all. Everyone just seems to be educated on it, and no one goes, oh, £2,000 for a wheel. When, especially when you can get like e-bikes that run from 1,000 up to how much you want to spend, kind of thing, 10 grand. So I'm not quite sure why the reaction is like that. They see them, they're amazed by them, but then they expect them to be cheap as chips. So disjoint there somewhere, I think. Anyway, I'm always confused by that. Boat guys, Marty says, tend to have the income for all the fun stuff. That's one way of looking at it, especially yachts, big old yachts. Never seen anyone, says Craig, on an EUC, and he's from Lancashire, Burnley in Lancashire. So, yeah. Andy says, I am in Hastings and there's one other guy on an EUC and it's an air wheel. Poor chap. No, it's a good starter wheel, isn't it? It's always when I'm driving around, I want to yell at them, but also don't want to startle them. That's the same thing, isn't it? We've had that, again, with electric cars. And when I saw, and it turned out to be Finley, you see someone else riding one and you think you are one of them. And then you realise, actually, they're going to think I'm mental because I'm actually in a car. And if you're going, whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, like they might think you're a bit strange. And I find that electric car, especially with the Honda E, if I'm just in a normal car and see a Honda E, I'm like, hey! But they just think you're a bit crazy. So, which is partly true. Fodrocks, hello, hello. Marty agreed on the novelty factor. Yeah, thumbs up for that one. Retired in motion, in space motion. Saw 2 EUC riders in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, back in December. None since. It's crazy, isn't it? It's almost like we see... What is this like? This is like seeing an asteroid. We see them. That's the sort of thing you're talking about. You know, I saw an asteroid once. It was last year. That sort of thing. Phone's ringing. Hello.
Hello.
You're right. I'm on a live feed at the moment.
Are you? Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Do you remember when smart cars were a novelty and you had one with an air horn?
So when smart cars were a novelty, you can join the show as my my companion. Smart cars, yes. Smart cars were a novelty when I purchased.
We got married in one, didn't we?
We didn't get married in the smart car. We got married in a church, but not in a smart car. No, it'd be way too small. Wouldn't fit the guests in.
But they were a novelty at the time, and you had that air horn.
I did. I had, which is from where? Which show again? I've completely forgotten.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, I had a Dukes of Hazzard air horn on a smart car. It was a left-hand drive smart car. Is when they that one I had at the wedding wasn't. I've had about 12 smart cars in total. The first one I ever had was lime green, left-hand drive, British plates on it, and the first time I drove it through our town, everybody was going, whoa, look at that, it's one of those tiny little cars. And they've come completely normal now, haven't they? So, yeah. Sam says hello. Marty says hello. Mr. and Mrs. Will say hello, Amy.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a swing in the garden, which is a very nice novelty
It's
for me.
really... You've got a hard life, haven't you?
It's a hard life. I haven't got any ice lollies, so.
I don't know how you manage it, to be honest, because it must be really difficult sitting in that lovely... I didn't even know it was sunny outside until I rushed home at 3:30. Ran outside, I went, it's boiling out here. No idea we're in a dark warehouse. And now I'm in a room that's got carpets up against the windows to keep the light out and soundproof. She laughs. So, yeah, someone has to go out to work, don't they? So.
Well, nice to see you all.
Is that it, is it? Is that your contribution?
Yes.
All right, then. What I need to do is I need to make, where your head is here, I need to make some little legs that come down.
Yeah.
Or make a cutout here that I could slot that into like that, and then you'd have like little legs and stuff.
You could make one of those cardboard cutouts like you have on the life.
Yeah, the crazy little man. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Wait,
Well, anyway. Yeah. Enough of that then. I'll see you.
Do you want to see Bruce?
Do you want to see Bruce? Bruce is back at home, so I took him back.
Okay, hold on. Ow. Hold on a second.
Right, there's Bruce. There's Brucey boy. Yeah, he's back home now. He's probably wondering what's going on. Yeah. Brilliant. He's a lovely boy. Right, gotta go.
Bye.
Yeah, bye. Right, that's her gone. Now, where were we? Hello, Robin Factor, Two Riders, Derbyshire. I think many people, says Marcus, from Sweden, I think many people think our wheels are toys, like a hoverboard, and expect the same price level. That is probably right. Could very well be true. Perhaps you're onto a point there. Perhaps they don't see them as a serious commuting vehicle, if we were to coin the phrase vehicle. Gary, in Nice, France, we see very few, I've jumped now, very few EUCs despite the long seaside paths recently widened for pedestrians, cyclists and electric vehicles. See quite a few scooters though. Yeah. Ian's wife watches the show and still pretend to be surprised when she calls. She's genuinely surprised. Have you never watched Finding Nemo and Dory? True story, based on Amy. They had to change the name though because they wouldn't agree to our licensing agreements. So, shame. Hello from Dubai. Where is that? Dubai. You've corrected yourself underneath. I can now see. From Dubai. Hello, Nick. How are you doing? Only seen one other person in Dubai on EUC, and he is now moving to Canada or something. We have shipped wheels to Dubai. I can't check now. Oh, could check on my phone, couldn't I? Can I do a search? Bear with. Let's have another look. I don't think I can do a search by country on my phone. But you never know. I'll try it anyway, just out of interest. Dubai. Oh, yes. We have shipped quite a few to Dubai. Let's have another look. Let me name a place. Al Furjan? Al Furjan? Do you know where that is? This says this is a business, delivered to a business. Can't read that part of the address because it's too specific. Yeah, there we go. Time to move to France. Yeah, we should all move to France. Optimus Prime says, good day, everybody. Good day, Optimus Prime. It's good to have one of the Transformers here. Nick says, in fact, when I go out midday in the summer, I don't see anyone or anything else living. Must be through the 46 degrees C. Yeah, I would suspect so. 46 degrees C. That seems a bit incredible, yeah. Operating wheels in the desert must be bad for batteries. It will certainly be very, very hot. Yeah, will stress batteries out more than the cooler climates. So here in the UK, our batteries in electric cars last longer than places with hotter climates. So the battery in my Nissan Leaf when I had it was called a lizard battery because it was supposed to cool better. I think it had fins on it or something, the moulding around it, something like that. It's supposed to be better in warmer climates because the Gen 1 had loads of issues with the batteries failing. But Nissan, I think, still don't think they've got cooling on their batteries. Which is a bit weird because everyone else went the cooling route. Be interesting, should electric unicycles have battery cooling? There you go, that's a thought, isn't it? Should they? I don't think they get hot enough. There's not enough load on them to, unless you're going flat out up a hill. Now it's Mario's turn, I believe, to come and take over as I go and do OBA, Royal Mail. So Mario, I presume, is going to walk in any second, unless he's legged it, thinking he's funny. Mario's coming in. So Mario's now going to take over. I'm going to disappear for a little bit to do OBA, which is the Royal Mail side of things. So thank you very much. Good for joining me. I'm going to take my cup of tea with me because I don't want you to drink it or spit in it. More to the point.
But it will be on camera.
It would be, but I wouldn't see it, would I, live? I'd only find out afterwards. After I took my sips out of it, like, oh, watching the back, Mario's back now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, think of nice things to say. Don't be rude to the people watching, will you?
No, I'll be, yeah. Hello guys. Well, we have the viewers' videos, so people have been voting. Not many people have voted, only 6 people. So, but still that's enough to have 4 videos for the final competition. And I think it would be good to actually have it now, and then we can do some voting and then pick out the winner. It used to be 3 people that go to the final round, but we have 4 videos because there weren't enough votes. So let's have a look at the competition and then do some voting and then see in the next show who will be the winner. Let's go. Viewers videos. Viewers videos.
Easy. Ok. Torci come mai? Toți. Hop. Dai. Hop. Opa. Ok.
Ne boi se, a?
Nemo požalo. Opa.
Viewers videos.
Pretty impressed that he's doing it. We really got to limit that wheel before we start getting right. You think you're okay?
Viewers videos. And there we go. This was the viewers videos competition. And I'm seeing some comments. People are voting. 24, 27, 27, 27. Okay, 27 might be the winner. Yeah, most likely. But yeah, so Gary asking about new wheels with suspension. We don't really have any information about new models, but I did message the veteran people asking if they'll be making a model or a new model, but because of the time difference, they're all asleep now, so I probably wouldn't get an answer, and if I get an answer, it would be like 1 in the morning when they're back at work. So so yeah, so far no new wheels, at least we don't know of. But there is one video that I found of a French guy who made a custom suspension on his 16S, which looks quite cool. Which I will show you in a little bit. But Sam Canning, hey Mario, do you guys provide any lessons or trial days? We don't really do that, but well, now because of COVID and all of the restrictions, we don't tend to get people inside anymore. But as restrictions will be lifted next week, I believe, I think we could do something like that. But also it depends where you're based, because we're based in the Forest of Dean, in Mitchell Dean, which if you're local, then if it takes like 40-minute drive or something like that, an hour's drive, you'll be fine. But if you're coming from Manchester or from London, it's a long, very long commute. Yeah. Hi, will you have any MCM5 shows on the website? We actually, I could message a Gotway and just check if they have any MCM5 shows, because we had ordered some Tesla V2 shells, and they told us that the manufacturer don't have them in stock, so they just have one front shell, and we need 3 at the front and 3 at the back. So that's gonna be well, a bit of a challenge to actually get the shells in. Actually, I will need to readjust this so I can show the comments. But I will check if they have any MCM5 shells. Hi, do you have any MCM5 shells? These Gotway usually respond quite quickly, even if it's weird time in China. So we might get an answer on the show, we might get it tomorrow. But we did, because we had an MCM5 that I fitted shells recently, so they definitely make them, but if they have them in stock, that's another question. But let's have a look at the suspension video, because I think it's quite interesting. So let's do some switching, and there we go. Yes. So will this work? Audio.
This is my version 2.
Yeah, so this is the 16S with the suspension, and we've I think a while ago we played a video by this guy where he had a different style of suspension, but previously he had like bits sticking out at the front or at the back, I think. No, at the front. So if you were going up a steep hill, you just get rammed right into the hill, so you just fall. So he's made a second version of his design where he has this roll cage, which is I think quite cool. It looks a lot like the Sherman, so a lot of people are making Sherman-like design choices. So that's been really interesting. Obviously this is all DIY, so he's built an external casing that you would attach to the 16S.
Travel of the suspension is 100 millimeters. The travel of the shock is 50 millimeters. I can still use, as usual, this and the width.
But it does make the wheel quite wide, so it's, yeah, I don't know, it is interesting. Probably you can potentially fit a bigger wheel, because the 16S doesn't have the biggest battery, and this suspension is solid as well. Well, all the casing, so that will make it quite heavy as a machine to just ride around.
The width is more important. One pedal missing up here, second pedal. So I will explain later in detail.
But let's see how it actually rides, because I think that's more interesting, which it is somewhere here.
Aluminium, but because my budget was limited, I use only steel.
Yeah, so yeah, I think this is the, yeah, has two shocks, which is good. Ooh. I don't know if this is copyrighted music, so I might need to lower it down, otherwise the live stream will go down afterwards. I think this will be quite cool as a mod, because I do have a 16S at home, but the problem is that I need a new battery for it, as I'm only getting to like 50% on my 16S. And so when I charge the wheel, I just get it to like the minimum bar where it's green, and then after a couple of miles of riding goes into yellow, and it limits you massively. So I do need a battery, but the thing is, last time we spoke with Kingsong, they couldn't produce the batteries for any model apart from the S18. So we have some S18s that are coming in, but the 18L, 16S and all of these, they couldn't produce the batteries. So I think this month they should know if they'll be able to produce them or not, because it's been such a madness with all of the shortages on components. But yeah, going back to the video, I think this is quite cool. I mean, I would love to have a go at this mod, just to try it on, but I think it will be quite challenging to actually make it yourself, or at least I wouldn't be able to make this myself, because I don't really have the expertise to do that. But if you're a DIY kind of guy, wow, that looks really cool. There is a channel that I follow on YouTube called DIY Perks. So I think it's a British guy that hosts that is hosting it, the channel, and he just creates like the most cool projects on there. But it takes like ages to actually do all that stuff. So I see some really cool comments. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for the support. I can sack here now. I mean, it's I'm not the biggest fan on being on camera, but because of the vlog, I'm forced to actually be on camera, which I really dislike. But at least I get paid for it, so there is that. But this week, for people that actually watch the vlog, this week will be probably quite a short one, just because we couldn't do any filming, as over the weekend there has been so many orders with the paintball side of things. I think something like 100 or more orders about a particular item that was really hot, and trying to do some pre-orders plus all the weekend orders, only today we were able to get that sorted. And because Mike wasn't here yesterday and today, so it's just me and Ian doing everything, and that's been absolutely crazy. Maria has buried in the back garden. Unnatural. Oh, thank you so much, guys, for the compliments. That's really kind. But let's look at some other stuff that I found on Facebook that I think are interesting. So if we have a look at this thing, so there is this a group that has been quite popular recently, which is the EUC and Pizza. So they often have some very interesting stuff there. It is an Italian group, so I don't really know what they're posting, but the videos anyone can watch them. So I think this is a cool easy mod where you have a little trailer for your wheel. I'm not sure how safe this is. I think it looks safe enough, but we'll display the next clip. Yeah, it looks cool. Like you can even put a wheel there, so you can deliver a wheel with your wheel, which I think that would be pretty cool. It's quite there is already I've seen a few guys. Actually, there was one guy a while ago. I think he was doing a tour around Europe, and he had one of these cards with some solar panels on top, so he can charge on the go. So that was pretty cool. So this isn't like a new concept, but I think this is quite an easy DIY project. And let's have a look at the next thing. So this is not really unicycle related, but I thought it was pretty cool. So here, it's a guy on an electric skateboard who is on a wheelchair. So this guy on the wheelchair is somehow managing to balance whilst going at a pretty good speed on a electric skateboard, which this is quite impressive. And I'm just, even though it's not quite unicycle related, I think it's just worth having a look at this, because I was blown away by when I saw it. Like, so impressive that the guy is actually able to do that. Oh, let's play the next video. Nope. And then there was one other thing that I found. Yeah, so this is a I've already talked about this guy. I forgot his name, but this guy was making a mod for his wheel that does all these bubbles. And some guy from Texas recorded him in action, and people seem to really enjoy this, and I think it is a lot of fun. Again, another cool DIY project where just like with a flick of a switch, you can start making all these bubbles. So I think some people will find this really fun, but others probably will find it very annoying. And looking at some of the comments, I got the perfect face for radio. That is correct. I did have the perfect face for radio. If wheelchair bound, I'd say heck with everything. Do that. Yeah, I mean, Marty, that's definitely. I mean, if you're brave and you have the balance, like definitely go for it. What's some other comments? Put a shopping basket on it and you've got a motorized shopping trolley. Yes, so Ivan, yeah, that's the case. And so the thing is with unicycles, sometimes when you have stuff around, like for example, a pump truck or some of the trolleys that we use to put packages. So sometimes I'll just get on a wheel and then either push or pull. Actually, I find it easier to pull the trolley and then just get it to the lift so we can ship the stuff, because it is faster to actually get on a wheel and then pull the trolley rather than just walk with the trolley. More comments. Bubble mode, excellent. Yeah, it is definitely one of the cooler modes. Oh, I see a movement. Ian is back in the studio.
No, you're doing a good job. You can just, yeah.
No.
Pop back out and get some biscuits.
So,
yeah.
No, diet, Ian, diet.
Who sold me them?
Well,
Who sold me those chocolates for a pound?
You bought.
You drug dealer.
No. You bought it off.
You brokered a deal with me, some chocolate in your drawer.
Well,
you didn't say no diet then, did you? I started giving you some money for him. You're like, yeah, go on then.
I mean, obviously.
Obviously.
But anyway, we do have some new videos, and actually, Rich and Jack's journey. As I promised, your video is in this show. So let's have a look at the new viewers' videos. Viewers' videos.
You've done it. Cheese, yeah. Cheese. Yeah. Don't know.
Viewers' videos.
Oh, welcome back. A surprise. Mario was sat here before you left. You can't sack in. Mario has buried him in the back garden.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Just a quick update.
I'm just going back through some of the comments because just to see what they've been saying about me whilst I'm gone. Yep, Carol.
Yeah. So the guy that asked about MCM5 shells, they do have them. So
I saw that. Give him my watch.
Yeah, we can order some.
Haven't we got them on order?
No.
What do we have in for the MCM5?
Well, we ordered Tesla shells, but they don't have them.
He wants Tesla shells or wants
No,
MCM5
no,
shells?
he wants that guy. He wants MCM5 shells.
But we fixed up an MCM5, didn't we? Brand new
Yeah.
shells. Is that the only shells we had in?
Yeah, because they were
Okay, so we ordered one set of shells in for ourselves. That's good, isn't it? Mario's sort of smirking away now, like, yeah, yep, we're sorted. No one else is. I thought we had 5 sets of those coming in, just to supplement people. No. Where are we? Please, when will you have Shermans in stock? Have you seen the price of Shermans at the moment? Yeah, we sold out of our incoming shipment before it had arrived. So have you seen the lead times for shipping? Mental. And have you seen the price? It has shot up. And at the moment, by the way, they're accepting no new orders because, can I find out? Was it chips, Mary, they didn't have? I think it probably was, wasn't it? Let me find out. I'll tell you what the exact thing was. We chased them again last week. Invalid attempt. Try logging again. There we go.
no cells and mainboard components.
Yeah, they got no battery cells and no mainboard components at this moment in time. As of this Monday, we chased them Monday. So no new orders now, no cells and mainboard components, and so the scarcity has pushed the price right up. And I should imagine this will be across the board. I think, as a lot of people are predicting, if you're buying presents for Christmas, you might want to start thinking about buying them now, especially if it's electronics, because you might have a bit of an issue when it comes to ordering near Christmas time. There's a heads up and a forecast for you. All the stuff being shut is having a massive knock-on effect. So bear that in mind. So when are we getting them in? We can't order them at the moment, and our shipment just sold out. We have got one sat here actually, brand new, but we can't sell it because someone's put a deposit on it. So if you're watching, Sam, it's still here. We have not got rid of it. We have stuck to our promise and kept it. Nice comment there. Ivan says you've got the perfect face for the radio. Brilliant. That's for Mario, not for me, obviously. So saying. Matt, you missed the mutiny. What have I missed? Matt from Bath. Yeah, you missed quite a lot. You've popped in and you've missed Mario being live on air. That's what you've missed. I had to go away for 15 minutes. Mario came on and filled in the spot at short notice. I think he did all right. Vote Mario out of 10. So now 1 being worst, 10 being amazing. Where did Mario sit in your opinion? And there's no need to go soft on him. No need. You know, you can be honest. We're all friends here. So Richard Jackson says 10. No, I didn't explain it properly. 10's the best. 1's worst. You've accidentally gone, yay, 10's worst. So we've got the votes coming in. This is good. I like this. This is good, 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 good. Ross Gallen says you missed the 50% discount we've all been offered. He's fired again then. We've got a 10 and 8, a 13, 11.1, 11.3, sorry, 7.5, a solid 8, good, 11, with a trophy this time. And then Paul R 12. Andy says 7. This is more like this is down my sort of line now. This is my thinking. He's a 10. Mario, you've got a lot of support. A lot of people feel sorry for you. I think that's what it is. Ian 7, Mario 9. Again, someone confused about the scale. 1 worst, 10. I could switch it around, I suppose. Now you've all voted, I could switch it. That'll be good. No need to vote on me. No, No need. Don't do votes that way. All votes placed on me will be ignored or assumed incorrect unless they favour me. Amy's 11.5. Oh, Amy's not quite as good as Mario then. He got a 12 was his maximum vote. So now the numbers that you typed in are the numbers you need to donate. That was the catch with that voting. So yeah, if you Bruce has got £100. Thank you, Paul. He's just voted Bruce £100. So Rich and Jack's Journey owe Mario a 10 and an 11, so 21 quid. Jeff only £7.50. Andy £7. Yeah, brilliant. Or it could just become Mario's hourly rate, I guess. So the lowest denominator. So yeah, there we are. Mario, we also need to remove the Clark pads off of the Bigode. Keep forgetting the name of it. The Bigode with the GW logo. We need to remove the Clark pads off it because Mario's put them on for his. I've just tried to use it then to bomb out and take the Royal Mail out. And man, oh man, they're in the wrong position for me. Mario put them on for himself, and of course it's bespoke to riders, so we need to take them off and refit them for me. So Mario just transformed into Ian. He did. Quite some time ago. He must be following along behind. So yeah, we're going to restructure those. I need to get some miles up on it. I've actually got an RS. Yeah, it's an RS, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's an RS. Sat in my office, I realised the other day, that we've done the 1,000-kilometre review on that is not up for sale. So if anybody wants an RS, I think it's a high speed. Is it a high speed, Barry, the RS?
I think so.
Yeah, he thinks so. So we got an RS high speed that will probably be going up on the website soon, secondhand, or on electricpeople.org. Probably put up on electricpeople.org, and then we don't get hit by, because it's my wheel, don't get hit by any fees then, or less fees. So that'll be up for sale. Kind of forgot all about that. I thought, oh, I've got to stick some miles on that to finish off the review. And I looked at it and went, oh, we've already done that. So I'll probably need to do that. The EX, I've got to stick some more miles on that. The weather in the UK at the moment is looking good for about a week. So hopefully, I'll be out on there. So are you accepting minus figures? Sadly, no. Not accepting minus figures for Mario. That would be cruel for Mario to get a minus. Shortage of batteries and chips. Correct. Batteries and chips. A shortage of. Therefore causing problem with the pricing. So what I'm going to plan to do is try and get some more miles on the EX once we've adjusted those Clark pads. It's got a mudguard on it, but I don't think I need that this week. Get some more miles on and try and finish off the review of that. Still trumping along quite nicely. Can't remember when I last rode that. Quite some time ago, so we had other wheels as well. So yeah. What's Mario been looking at here on the screen? He's got a guy riding along on a wheel. You've done all these, haven't you? So I'm going to close these down. Boom, boom. I'll have a quick little look on Electric People. I don't know if Mario's gone through and had a look at electricpeople.org. If you're not signed up, get signed in. Did you do the power pads? Decided on power pads. He's not answering, so I'm going to carry on. Decided on power pads instead of jump pads. I use Velcro and need to tweak the placement a bit, but I like them so far. And that's the interesting thing about these, isn't it? This is what I was just talking about. These are, that's on an MSX, isn't it? It is, it's on M Super X. Sweet. They were one of the most reliable wheels we stocked, the MSX. This doesn't work in split screen. Oh, is it working? It is trying to, yeah, it is. It is, it's working. There you go. Can I now zoom in? No, I can't. But there you go. Kind of see those pads. So it looks like a really good amount of real estate for braking there. So on as you pull back, nice big paddles on the back. One thing I like about these, that looks fairly scratched up to be fair. But one thing I like about them, like on the EX, the body's not all smashed up. When you lean it against a wall, especially if you take it outside your house and it's a load of bricks and it's all like sandpapery bricks, you lean it against it and it moves slightly as it stabilises, it scrapes it. With the pads on it, it doesn't. It's just leaning against the pads. I like that. So yeah, there we go. He's got power pads on his. What was he saying again? He's going to change the placement of them, yeah. But you use Velcro. So if you use Velcro rather than just sticking them on like we've done with the EX, then you can actually move them about. I was always concerned about Mars Biscuits bonus, Mr. and Mrs. Wheels. Thank you very much. £3.99. for Mario Biscuit bonus. Very kind. What I've always worried about with the Velcro and the pads is that if you put a lot of pressure on it, that Velcro would slip. Has anyone else experienced that? I would like to know. So, are you saying less wheels to EU after Brexit? No, but it's very complicated in terms of the fact that the price now is 20% less than it used to be to buy from us. So if you're in a European country and you buy from the UK, it's 20% less. So selling it cheaper than we were before. But then you have to pay your import fee as it comes into your country and whatever VAT your country charges. And lots of people are confused by that. So they're surprised to get taxes. I thought Brexit had been spoken about for about 5 years and about the implications of it. But most people, not all, but most people don't seem to realise that now you import over a certain value, which is tiny MAT value, you're going to have to pay taxes. Just like when we buy in from our suppliers, we have to pay the VAT, 20% and duty. So shouldn't be any duty, but there's tax to pay. So if you've got a 15% tax rate, you're going to save 5% compared to the last, before Brexit's pricing. But of course, if you're paying 23, 24% VAT, something like that, then you're going to be paying 24%, and it costs you slightly more. Swings and roundabouts, really, in that respect. So yeah, it's more complicated because it also slows down shipping slightly because it has to go through customs. Certain countries don't like the fact we left, so they make it really difficult, and it's just obvious because it's on pathetic things. A lot of other countries go straight on through. So yeah. What else have we got on? Look at that. That is an amazing dog there. 25% in Sweden, yeah, so 25% tax. So you'll save 20% from us, buying from us. The prices you see now when you log into the store or just visit the store are 25%, 20% less, but you'll pay 5% more than previously. There is a husky, which of course is Bruce. Let's close that down. That's my post. Someone's commented. Let's have a look. Robin commented. Black with a flash of red. Even Bruce is getting in on the act. Actually, he is. He's the same colour as the Gotway. The other thing is, on this, see this, you've got a reputation board. Most reputable users. Can you see that? Yes, you can. These are the people that are commenting a lot or answering questions a lot. I'm going to read them out. I'll give them a shout out. Andre, Nick from Dubai, who was watching, maybe still watching. You are almost at top spot. Robin Ridge, Old Trapper, Speedy Feet, Robin M, Scott Dunkley, Mario, don't know how he's on there, Richard Sherwin and Carl Victor. And let's have another look. So all that, just to go back to that, you got the week, who's doing good at the week and who's good doing at the month. So that's a fairly new thing. It's not displaying for some reason. There we go. That is the week. This is the points for the week. This is the points for the month. And so you get basically you get points. It's just a bit of fun, really. You get points for answering people's questions and things. And all time, Speedy Feet must be top on that one. Andre is really romping along behind. So that's all time since it was set up. I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. Yeah, Ivan's in that. He's in the all-time top spot. There we go, but you're not in the month. Yeah, so answering people, users come on, they ask questions like, what do I do with this? How do I do this? I'm struggling to do this. And then you answer it and you get points. You just click answer. So if someone asks a question, but we'll just have another look. Can I see a question? Here we go. So this is a question. You can see it says question there. Hopefully you guys can see that. So you can ask questions and then you can answer them by clicking answer, unsurprisingly. So if you answer someone's question, you get basically points on your account. If that's any of interest to anybody. May not be, but it's just a bit of fun. And then once you click into someone's question, you can see related questions. So there's actually some really useful stuff on here. So if you want to know, for instance, transport mode, I think there's results in there. There we go. Sherman transport mode, lock, unlock, post, how to put M Super Pro into transport mode, out of transport mode, how do I lock, unlock my King Song KS80. You can type in the top search bar there for questions and just wait, because it indexes it and it goes through and tries to find a suitable result. You just wait and then it tells you if it's a discussion, whether it's just a post or it's a question. And so you can hit all results if you really, really wanted to. And then you can search by questions, groups, topics, posts, and users. It's quite useful. We use it when we want to, like the Sherman transport mode. If someone says, oh, I've got my Sherman, how do I unlock it? We've linked it up on the page as well where we sell it. But we post this video once we got sent it, and then you can just see. So you can just play the video and then you learn how to lock it, unlock it. So, yeah. Let me go back, see if there's any other interesting content on here that anyone's posted up. If it actually worked, it's not. It's just taking its time. Probably called live streaming in HD. That's mine. Oh, questions as well. Following crash on the M10-3, riding on wet, muddy grass. I need to accelerate my purchase of another wheel. And then he wants you to vote on which wheel you should get. There we go. So you can say other and then comment. And people indeed have been commenting. And so you can read the comments here. There we go. Whole load of interesting, useful information on there. So, yeah, that sort of stuff. What's happening with John's August Milton Keynes ride out? I don't think he'll answer because he'll be at work. But we could always try ringing him, couldn't we? Call Jonathan Worley. What do we reckon? Not much chance, I would say. There you go. That's called Being Ignored by Jonathan Worley. This is a concurrent theme. Don't know why. It's weird. It's almost like he doesn't want to speak to me. So I don't know. Can't answer that one for you. If I get hold of him, I would. You could always ask it and tag him in on Electric People, Ivan. You'll then get a point for posting. So just tag him in. If you do an @ symbol, @Jonathan, it will come up. So there we go. Where are we now? So ask him yourself on there. So you got people asking questions like, hi everyone, given all the pros and cons of both the V11 and the Sherman, which should I buy? You can answer a question like that with your own opinion. It can be ignored or it can be taken note of. So yeah, I'm logged in as Mario on Electric People, and I posted up last year a question, do you wear a helmet? Yes, no, and sometimes. And I'm logged in as Mario and I'm hovering over the no button because when he goes to the shops, doesn't wear a helmet. It's got 246 votes. Mario, what should I sign in as you? How should I vote? Sometimes. Sometimes I feel like saying. There we go. I've clicked sometimes and nothing's happened. Oh, it has. Oh, here we go. Now it's giving me the results because I voted. 188 voted yes. 13 voted no. Just 5% of people don't wear a helmet. And 19% say sometimes. Mario is in the 19% category, as you can see there. 188 votes to say yes. It's quite substantial. It's good to see. So, yeah, your brain's the most important part of your body, isn't it? Well, probably. How long have you known Jonathan and how did you meet? Jonathan Worley was a customer, a very early on customer of when Speedy Feet started. He purchased a 9-watt 1 and then he was the mental customer by ringing me all the time saying, I want to meet up. And because I thought he might be a bit stabby and a bit, I thought better push that back. Yeah, all right, I'm busy. Anyway, met up and went out for a ride out. And it turned out, actually, he wasn't stabby at all. He was just a bit mental, which is good. So we became friends. And so that must have been about 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. More? Something like that. And then, of course, we had some crazy ideas, did some stupid rides, and then we did the infamous 1,080 mile ride. It's supposed to be 1,000 mile. It turned out to be 1,080 ride all over the place. In fact, Mr. and Mrs. Wheels are on this chat, or were on this chat. Holler if you're still on. Because Mr. and Mrs. Wheels are the ones that allowed us to swap out my broken monster, which we couldn't fix. If you haven't watched the series, go and watch it. It's on our YouTube channel. It's a bit of an epic saga, to be fair, on wheels. On the monsters, Gotway were the only company at the time doing a wheel that would do anything near enough that we needed to do. So I love them from that. It was absolutely brilliant at the time. So what wheel can we use? There's only one. It's the Gotway Monster. which is not that, but say it looks pretty similar to that. It's actually down there. Yeah, that's the Monster Pro, Monster Gen 3 and Monster Gen 1's down there. That's the exact one that we did the 1,000 miler on. Not Mr. and Mrs. Wheels, I'm using completely the wrong username. Rich and Jack's Journey, I'm looking at it and just staring at it thinking I can see a picture of them there. Wrong people. Rick's and Jack's Journey are watching, and they are the ones that allowed us to go. So you'll see John popping across to their house to go and get a monster to replace my monster. And a funny part of that story is we were back at the warehouse and I went through a list of customers that in a radius who had a monster that potentially I could ring them at whatever time of night it was, 8 o'clock in the evening, and go, hello, you know we're doing this 1,000 miler for charity. Any chance I can come and buy your wheel off you? And Rich was the closest to us. And he said, yes, you can. But I think it was whilst he was on the phone, he actually dropped the wheel and broke the front light unit. So you'll see in the videos, if you watch the series, that I've actually got another monster I start riding after 670 miles, something like that. It broke. But it's got a broken front light unit. Just stick it together. So we were originally going to do the 1,000 miler on 9.1s. That would have been crazy because the average speed we could get there with the batteries we attached to it would have been about 7 miles an hour. That would have taken quite some time. So thankfully, yeah, we didn't need to do that. We did it on the monsters instead. They worked really, really well. So basically, we did the 1,000 miler together. And of course, you become quite good friends after something like that so intense. Opinion on Ninebot these days. Opinion on Ninebot as the company, in terms of innovation within the EUC community, they've basically given up on it, haven't they? Really, it's a bit of a shame. They used to be quite a small, cultured company. Since they bought Segway, of course, they took on Segway's Goliath infrastructure, and it's all got a bit like that, a bit weighed down. So Marcus says, you rode a 1,000 mile ride was an inspiration for me when I got my first wheel. Excellent stuff. That's good to hear. Quick to change. Yeah, so the battery, in the point of the batteries, the reason that ours would have been terrible to ride, our 9.1s would have been awful because we had to fit about 13 batteries on them. Turned out we could have done it with about 12, but that was just mental. It was so heavy. Yeah, a bit of a problem really. But yeah, that's where we go. That's where I met him. So go and watch that series if you haven't already. 1,000 miler, Bernardo's channel. There's a playlist on our YouTube channel, the Speedy Feet YouTube channel. Right, it has 3 minutes past 5. I do have to go, so I will bid you good day, and I'll see you. You so me Monday on a very short vlog. Mary's already mentioned that. I overheard him saying about that, and then I'll see you again next Wednesday. But thank you for those that have donated, spent time here chatting away, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.